Sagittarius, it's April 2021. Didici here from astrology.com.au. I'm just going to get some animation going here because this month I'm going to jump straight to the focus here, the fifth house. These two houses here, the fifth and the sixth house, are going to be playing out very, very strongly in your life. Fifth house is your creative urges, and I'm wondering whether some of you have had a bit of a block there, and that's as a result of the ruler of the sixth place of Taurus and the 11th place here moving in this fifth house. Mercury also makes its way in there. It too it's the relationship planet for you, the principal relationship planet. And that causes you to think more deeply about what it is you want to do, what it is you can connect to. More serious thought around the sixth with the moon and Saturn make a conjunction. And that's casting its rays on the seventh house Mars. That's your most intimate and significant relationship, marital partner or spouse. Still, you'll notice here that the new moon takes place on the 12th, right here in this fifth house. Now, the fifth house also has to do with children. It's got to do with speculative ventures if you're looking at the markets, stock market, that sort of thing. And the congestion of energy here, as you can see, with 4 planets, brings your full attention there up until the middle part of the month. There's the new moon there, bang, right on that 12th. And at the same time, there are some difficult aspects that are coming from Pluto in the second house of finance. That would warn, when we're talking about the speculative nature of this house, to be a little bit careful and not to get drawn into the mass mania of what's going on. I would say, and I've been saying to a few of my clients, that the 14th of April and thereafter is going to be quite significant for the stock market. So if any of you there watching this are punting, I'd be just really on it. Just watch where it's going. If you see a significant drop, but you've still made money on the markets, I'd be taking my profits at this time, waiting till it drops, and it could be a significant drop, and then coming back in at buying low and selling high again. Let me restart this. Children may be a bit of a problem, or they may not be a problem. There just may be time that you need to allocate to them. As I always say, the way to spell love for children is Time. Moon makes a conjunction of Uranus in the sixth house. Some sudden or unexpected changes in schedule around the 15th. Venus also moves into this area, its own sign. That's good because it stabilizes your work and it gives you the opportunity to maybe smooth over any difficulties you've had with co-workers. Diseases are shown by this house as well. And I think there's going to be a very clear, focused attention on improving your health, improving your diet. That will happen more after the 20th, when Mercury and the Sun also make their way into this significant sixth house. It's often a misunderstood sector. I think predominantly this will relate to improving your health. Look at the square aspects there on the 21st from the moon up there in the ninth house of beliefs and ideologies, showing that there could be a rather radical shift in the way that you approach your beliefs about health and well-being, what it is that you say, do and think that is impacting on your life as a whole. What are the self-limiting beliefs? What are the thought processes that are affecting your health, your well-being and your vitality? That's also going to be extended to what's affecting your relationships on the work front. The other important transit is the full moon there in the 12th house on the 27th. There it is. The 12th house and the 6th house. The house of hidden enemies, the house of open enemies. Having the moon here may make you suspicious of someone or several people in your workplace. You must be careful not to let that overpower your sensibilities. The moon finishes on a karmic note there on the nodes on the 30th, transiting through your sun sign where the nodes are right now. So when I mentioned earlier that there's some significant changes in your belief systems, I think there's going to be a lot of soul searching. Sagittarius, you're looking back through time, having a look at how how you were dealing with people and how that impacted your relationships, and maybe making the appropriate changes that are necessary. It's an experimental stage in your life. You'll also notice, just as a final note, the transit of Mars, your thoroughly positive planet, the ruler of this fifth house of creativity. Remember, we started the month on the creative note, moving in the eighth house. Not a great house, but if you are attuned to some of the subtler aspects of human nature, the ideas that are percolating within your subconscious, you may be able to grab something there and follow that through on a creative note, and that will give you a great deal of satisfaction. We're going to talk more about that next month, and I do hope you join me. In the meantime, step on over to astrology.com.au, type over. I guess you're not going to step over, but take a look at the additional forecasts we've got there. A lot of free psychic readings that will help you make heads or tails of where you're at right now. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you have a more serious problem, I'm here to help you through that. Just drop me a line and I'll get back to you. Take care. See you next month. Bye-bye.